Hey guys, hope everybody's doing well today. Well, today I want to talk about a kind of a sad or sobering topic. I want to talk about how to deal with grief. How do you deal with grief in retirement? When you reach retirement, it's just a season of life where you experience loss. You just can't avoid it. If you're 40 or older, then chances are you've already experienced some loss. Maybe you've lost one or both parents, older family members, aunts, uncles, grandparents, maybe even a few friends that were your age. If you're unfortunate, then perhaps you've lost someone very close to you, such as a spouse or a child. I can't imagine what that grief would be like. I haven't experienced that sort of loss, but I know there are people out there who have, and it's tough. It's really tough to deal with the loss of someone, a family member, a friend. How do you deal with that when you experience loss? This comes to mind for me because a little over 3 weeks ago, my wife lost one of her closest friends outside of family. Just a sudden death, very unexpected, and it caught us all by surprise. This lady was actually overseas. I just finished a week talking to little kids about Jesus, doing a little sports camp in a remote area in Italy, and was actually at the airport in Naples and had some sort of health event, and she passed away suddenly. And obviously that was a real shock to us, to this lady's husband and her kids, and we're good friends with her husband, and their kids are kind of about the same age as our kids, and we've known them for a really long time, and they go to our church and they're in our small group, and it was just really a tough loss. And there's been lots of tears shed in our household, and with family, with friends, with people in our community. It's just been a tough season. And I know that this happens to lots of people every day. Every day people lose loved ones and friends and people they know, and it happens, but you just don't really think about it too hard until it's something that really touches you in your life or your family's life. I know for me, I have to rely on my faith, rely on my family, rely on my community. But what is it for you? When you experience grief, I hope you have, and I guess my main message for this video and for you guys is to make sure that you have that network of family and friends and community, your faith, that you can lean on during the season of retirement and the loss that inevitably you're going to have to deal with, whether it's a friend of the family or a spouse, parents. It's just can be a tough season of life, just because the age we're at, and at some point we're all going to pass away. So that can be tough. So that's my encouragement for you guys, is to have that network in place that you can lean on when you experience those times of loss and sadness. Been reading some interesting research that talks about, as you get older, how important your social network becomes. And it's not that you need just a ton of relationships, but you need a couple of good, close relationships that you can rely on when life gets tough, and you don't want to find yourself becoming more and more isolated, as happens with some people later in life, that really is detrimental to your health and can, lead to early death. We are social creatures. Even those of us that are introverts, we still need relationships, maybe just a few relationships with other people that we can be close with and rely upon. And obviously having faith and in God, being able to pray, being able to have a community of believers. I know that's not going to be the case for everyone out there, but just so important in this time of life. So that's my message for you: is be sure you have that community, those friends, family, faith, things that you can rely upon when the grief comes, because grief is going to come. It's inevitable. So hope everybody takes care, and we'll talk again soon. Bye now.